So, like, how many of you tried that basic Git program in Workbee? How many of you like tried anything in Workbee? Okay. So, you will be having this kind of programming assignments in around week 7. Like, there will be programming assignments in week 6 or 7, I think, regarding this one. So, is it better now? Yeah, I think I hope now the voice is better. Still low. The voice is fine, right? Yeah. Okay. So I was asking about like how many of you like have tried out what we uh, so we will be having this kind of programming assignments around week 6 and 7 using what we things, right? You might have to submit that in your their assignments. It will be like GRPS. This is a nice better. How is it?
Yes, sir, now it's fine.
Okay. Uh, so I will also tell you about how you can set up a local programming environment with work. Right? Okay. Uh, Start with this. So in the last session, I kind of introduced how you create circuits with this workweek. If you have missed it, you can find the previous recorded sessions from YouTube. So this YouTube channel, the Embedded C YouTube channel is there. So there are sessions covering this. You go to this channel. Oops. You can find the introduction to what we kind of sessions in the previous sessions, right? So now I'll show how you can set this up in VS Code. Okay. So this is VS Code. It's basically a text editor kind of thing. You can customize this for your needs. So here you will have a terminal. You can also open this using a shortcut. So I am using a Linux system. If you are using a Windows system, it will be slightly different. The terminal will be, instead of this terminal, you will find PowerShell or instead of this shell, you will find the PowerShell or Bash around here. You can open that kind of sessions there. So the tool that we will be using for this compiling this code offline is called Platform IO. Okay. So Platform IO comes in different sizes, so you can install it as a VS Code extension, and also that is also available. You can go to this VS Code extensions and type in Platform IO. This will add kind of a UI to this Platform IO things, where you can create projects and set up things. What I'll actually prefer is the Glide, the Platform IO core command line interface. It's like a command line interface which you can uh, run using the shell or the command. Okay. So you can install this using for Windows using this kind of thing, or using a Python package manager if you have one, using pip install Platform IO. It's like this, or using the script, or you can download and install it in the location that you want. Okay, so there are ways to install this thing. I think you can do that using Python package manager. That will be easier one if you have Python installed. So once you install it, you will have this PIO command available in your terminal. So here you can do all sorts of different things like creating project, building a project, configuring a project, and things like that. Okay. So you have to, for creating each project, you have to open a blank folder in VS Code, create a new folder and open folder, and open a blank folder around here. So to initialize a project, we have to use PIO project. So this ID VS Code will initialize the VS Code specific files over here. Also, there are other things like boots. which we can search different boards that are available and stuff. Okay, so I'll create an empty project with this. So when I create that, uh, you can see the different folders and files that are created, right? Source tests, platform, I think environment has been not set up properly. So you can check this. Yeah, so here you have to select the environment and uh, board ID. So for example, the board ID refers to the which board are you using for this particular project. So this will give us list of all the boards that we have. So we will select the Arduino Uno board. So the ID for that is Uno. So you can see that the board related details are added in the platform at INF. Right. So this creates the environment related things. You can also configure additional options with this kind of things. So we'll go with the simple project over here. Okay. So now to write your code, so you have to create this uh, sorry, uh, yeah. Here you will be adding your uh, the Arduino related files over here, which it can build. So you can see when I run this run command, it is kind of building that files. But we
Hello,
don't,
sir.
yeah.
Sorry to bother you, but I'm not getting sir what you are explaining and what the stuff is you are doing and what actually you are trying to convey with us. So please, could you please explain with the start and tell
Okay,
what is going on here?
okay. So the idea
Oh, thank you,
is,
sir.
uh, that's what I did. Like so, the in the previous session, I explained how you can write your Arduino code here and set up a Blink program and run these things in the online editor with WorkMe. So I'm explaining how you can set the same thing up using the offline editor in VS Code and also set up the WorkMe simulation in the VS Code offline itself. So that sometimes when you run this build, it will say uh, it took long time and couldn't build the thing. So this kind of error comes frequently sometimes when you do that. So, but when you have a local setup, you don't have to worry about it. So that's what I am explaining how you can get the same interface in the local editor. So for that we need uh, two things. Basically, what we need is the PIO. We need PIO client command line interface, which is that command that I have been using over here. You can refer for the installation methods over here. And the second thing is we need the walkme extension, VS Code extension. Okay, with these two things, you can actually set up a similar kind of interface in your local environment, and you can build things locally. Okay. Did you get what I am trying to do?
How far I get so?
Yeah. So basically, we are going to instead of doing this online, I am explaining how you can run a basic Blink code offline. So let me start with the basic. Basic circuit. Let's have a basic Blink code. So you can see if this simple blink code, you can make an LED blink and run the simulation over here, right? So you can see that we have the sketch.ino file and the diagram.json file, which represent the components that are there in the diagram. So using this, we are able to do this simulation, right? So similarly, in a platform IO project, you can add the sketch.ino in your source directory, SRC directory. So I have to put the code around here. We have configured this project for this UNO board, just this one, the Arduino UNO board. We'll take the diagram.json also here. So basically it opens with the work. I have installed the WalkMe extension. That's what it is opening with this. Also open the text editor and so you can see the updated diagram in the diagram here. Uh, so regarding the WalkMe extension, you can find the WalkMe extension over here. This one. This one, after installing this one, you will be having this WalkMe similar extension. Okay. So now uh, let's build this again. When I run this build command, since we had the code now, it is successfully built. Okay. And the build files are actually available in this build, and there are certain files, this ELF and this X files, which are the compiled binaries, which are required to run the code. So what we expect, we need to simulate things using what we need that. So there is saying that what we 2ml is not found. So we have to create another file to set up what we uh, yeah. So we need to create a file called walkme.2ml and set up the path for ELF and this hex files. Okay. So we have to create that walkme 2ml. Here we have to set up these paths, path to this ELF and hex files. So once you set this up, you will be able to do the simulation. The simulator window will open up. You can have it over here. Simulator. Just start the simulation. Yeah. So you can see the simulation, right? And now you can go and edit your sketch.ino. Uh, Here it might say this kind of different things. So you might have to add this. Now don't worry about this saying this kind of things are undefined. AI will basically uh, take care of that part. So now assume you have to modify, give any change over here. So I am changing the delay timing to 500 maybe. Then you can run this again. This will build again and you can see the result changing over here. Something. Just a second. So, the simulation is activated. See, yeah, okay. So, how many of you have watched the previous session from this one, where I explained how you can use Walkly? Okay, I think very few people from here have done that. So, if you like uh, haven't watched it yet, I suggest you watch that first, so that you'll get a basic idea of how you can create a basic walkthrough project. So you can find that sessions over there. There will be basic walkthrough sessions that are covering that. So we'll be using this walkthrough only for the whole of this course, and also sometimes use this other editor called this STM Cube IDE for this kind of for programming STM course. Okay, so this is about setting up a local development environment with work. So you can change your code and build the code here itself and then see the updated outputs here. Right. So now if I want to add another LED, you can do that uh, in here. So you can create a diagram over here. So add a new part, LED. Then this diagram over. Paste it up here. So now you can see the diagram got updated this cable, right? And now we can add the other LED code. This is 2, this is 1. You can set both pins to output, and we can make them blink in alternative ways. Then we'll build this, then start the simulation. You can see the simulation. So to get that menu, you have to press Control Shift P. So that brings us this command palette, and you can simply type what P, and you'll get the commands related to this one. Right? So when you're first setting up, you have to set up this license and all. If you during the first setup, that might be there. So it will take you to the Walkme website. You might need an account for creating that license. After that, you can start the simulator. So I think the basic idea is fine now, right? Is there any doubt that you want me to repeat? So is there any part you want me to repeat from this, what I have said? Yeah, Jay Patel, you have something to ask?
Sir, I didn't get the setting the offline platform for practice.
Sorry.
So the setting up the offline platform you are telling na, that platform.io you have
Ah,
for practice or for more thing you have to set the offline platform instead of Wakai I that is online.
yeah.
Yeah, that part I didn't get you.
Okay, so this one is an online tool, right? So you have to write your code and
Yes,
then
sir.
you just run this. It will kind of compile this code and then do the simulation.
Yes, sir.
But in an offline setup, we need a tool to compile this code, right? So that's what
Yes,
platform
sir.
I would is.
Yes, sir. That part. Can you repeat the setup process again?
For
Uh,
platform IO.
yeah, sir.
So to install platform IO, this command line interface, if you have Python installed in your system, you can use this command. So this Python 3 you can replace with the name of your Python installation and then something like this. Pip install platform IO. So this will install that PIO command in your system. You have this Python manager. So if you don't have this Python package manager, you can use this installation script if you want from this one. If you are using a Linux, if you are using a Linux Windows tool, you have to download this get platform io.py. Anyways, Python is kind of necessary uh, in that, right? So you download this uh, platform io.py and run that Python thing. So then it will kind of install all the things. Okay. So you need first install Python and then you have to either use the script or using the command line, this package manager thing, this command or that. So there are different ways that you can install. Okay. So once you install this, you will have the PIO command in your terminal. PIO. So to initialize the project, we go with the init, the board name, uh, maybe the IDE and the framework. So this is the command that you will have to give for initializing a Plant project. So this will create this kind of project folder setup with the platform io.ini. So this is basically the configuration file for your project. Right? And these two files are required for walkme simulation, a diagram.json and a walkme.tool. So once you run this, after initializing and then writing your basic source code in the src directory, you will find that you can use PIO run, which will build the source code, and you will get the output in this kind of .pio/build folder in your project. So what we need is these two files for the simulation, which we have to configure in the walkme.tool. So here you can see the walkme documentation regarding this also, and then paste this parts over here. Then what we will be able to do the simulation here. So whenever you make changes in the code, you have to build it again using PIO run, and then restart the walkme simulator. So that's how it works. Okay. Is it to here? I'll build it again. Restart this simulator. And you can see now the updated code is running. So this is one way in which you can go. Right? this website link, you can just type in platform IO and get it. Yeah, yeah. Just so you need the platform IO tool and this VS Code extension for what we create a blank folder and open it with this what we. Then use platform IO init that will initialize the platform IO related files. So you want this is the command. So and run this to set up a basic Arduino project. Then yeah, now this Arduino related things will be available. Put this on the side. So I can have so what's this? And here we run. Start the you can see how this works, right? So once you run that init setup, you will get all these files over here. You can write your sketch.ino over here. You might have to include this Arduino.h so that these functions are available in your editor. Then, so can someone uh, uh,
Sir, I am facing some issue with the setup of platform IO. Can I share my screen and show
yeah,
you?
sure.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yeah.
Volvo.
So if I type this command, this shows the module name JP.
Okay. So for that, uh, you have to install. So you are using Ubuntu, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for that, you have to install this pip first. Python 3 pip you have to install. So this command you have to run it. Oops, sorry. Uh,
Is it?
sorry, I haven't copied it. This is the wrong one. This one. This one. Uh, I have pasted the command in the chat. You can see it. So this will install pip in your system. Then you can run that. Yeah. Now, after this, you can run the PIO installation command. Uh, see?
So what's next? It says an error.
Okay. It seems okay. If this is you can use the other ways there, right? You can try the installer script kind of method.
So what
So
is the other way?
go to this link. So there's that using curl kind of command is there, right? Copy that and paste it. Uh, yes. What did you say?
Should I use sudo for this?
Uh, so there is a command that is showing, right? In the
Okay.
yeah,
This
at first and then run this again.
this one.
Ah, I think it's sudo. Yeah, with sudo.
Okay.
Now run the previous command. The, no, previous command. Now try PIO.
Oh, what's that?
The PIO init that command. You can find it in the chat.
This one.
No, in the chat you can check the PIO init.
Okay. Yes. This
Ah, okay. Can you close this terminal and reopen the terminal again? Use Control D. Ah, now try that. PIO is not available. Try platform IO. Is that available?
what's that?
Try platform IO instead of PIO. Just try platform IO. Enter. Is it available there?
Give me that what it.
No, sir. Platform I was not.
Can you go to that previous cell? There is another bash open there, right? Can you go there? Okay. It seems this platform IO has been installed to the this path. It is given right. The full path to it is given like that, right?
Yes.
That copy that path. Ah, so you can use this full path now. So there is something that we usually use adding to the path. So instead of PIO, use this full path in the command. So there the command you have used, right? No, not CD into it. Don't CD
Okay.
into it. Instead of yeah, see that this is that command line thing that we have. So the idea
Okay.
is uh, there are two things you can do for this current session. If you want this PIO command, yeah, you can use it like that. But using this in the long form is not very easy, right?
Yes, sir.
So what we do, there is something called as adding to path variable. So there will be a in every system there will be an environment variable called path. So which kind of has the different folders to look in for these kind of executables. So if you add a certain environment to path, insert a folder to the path, then those commands will be available in your terminal.
Okay.
So to do that, uh, so in the current, so there are a temporary way to add to a path in your current terminal session and in the permanent way. So it differs from OS to OS. For Linux users, so there will be a file called bash rc in your uh, home folder. So we have to be to check up on that. Go to the home folder, not the root folder,
So here are
home folder.
okay home.
Uh, so here, uh, you type this one. So you have used a VA editor.
Okay. Ha. Yes, sir.
Then you can go there, go to that one, use VA space dot bash rc, bash rc, rc. So this is the basically a text file which usually runs when you start a new shell instance. Go to the bottom of this
Which part, sir?
bottom part, last of this file. You scroll down. Yeah, scroll down to the end of it. Yeah. So basically, this file is like whatever commands you add over here, create a new line to the end, go to the end and create a new line. You are familiar with this editor, right?
Yes, sir. Some of that.
Yeah. So can you add a new line?
Yes, sir. Insert.
I think you added in the previous line.
Okay.
You have to go to the end and then this. Oops. You are modifying the existing content.
I'm in insert mode, but it's not
Okay, fine, fine. Can you just quit without saving?
you. Like, it is. Okay.
If you're not comfortable with, you can use a nano editor also.
Yes.
You can just
Okay.
pick this one.
Okay.
That to quit with the exclamation, Q exclamation. Try with nano. Go down to the end. Yeah, now add this.
What should I add?
Distance. So here, instead of the path to the div, you have to paste the platform IO directory.
Okay, sir.
Instead of that path to the div, there is this path to the div is there, right? You have to change in that one. The last line which you pasted, there is this path to the div is there, right?
Ah, ah.
That you have to replace with the actual
Okay, okay.
only the path to the div part. That,
This one.
ha, till bin, copy till bin.
Where, sir?
So it's slash, the path is slash bin slash platform IO, right?
Yes, sir.
So copy till the bin part.
Okay, okay. Just to the pin.
Not before that.
Okay, from this.
From starting, including the bin part.
Okay, sir.
Ah,
This is no?
yes. Yeah. No, don't remove that path part. Only the path to the you have to change. You can place the cursor there and then paste. Delete that. Paste. Ah,
Okay, no?
yes. This you can save. Then when you create a go there, create a just delete this terminal. The side VS Code. If you see that terminal thing, you can delete that. Yeah. Create a new one. Now check PIO. Enter. QHP. I think this is not. Yeah. Now it will be available. The PIO.
Okay.
So installation procedure might be slightly different for Windows users. You may have to install the correct uh, installation. Okay.
I can stop my sharing.
Maybe you can try a simple build program also, so that
Okay.
that we have the complete setup. So what will you do now? First you have to add the sketch.ino file. Where will you add it?
Should
Sketch will be in the source directory.
okay.
Uh,
There
there
is
you can
no.
add new file, sketch.ino. Yeah, so there you can use the basic Blink code. Maybe I'll just paste the Blink code over there. Now what you need save the file.
Save.
Now install the WalkMe extension. Go to extensions,
Yes, sir. I have installed it, sir.
install it. Okay, then it is fine. So now first we have to create the walkme.2ml file. So,
Where, sir?
so create a new file called walkme.2ml. The group directory, yeah. The file. Okay, the new file, the root directory, in the root directory.
Here.
File, not folder.
Oh, okay.
Click outside and create the new walkme.2ml.
Dot.
2ml, DOML. No, DOML.
So can you type in chat?
Yeah. So these are configuration file formats. Rename it. Yeah. So there paste that contents that I have in the chat.
This.
Ah, from the first line. The first line also there. Yeah. Save. Now you need the diagram.json. Create a file called diagram.json. So it will by default open in this diagram editor. So to open it in the text editor, right click the diagram.json file. Not that there in the file explorer. Right click it in the file explorer. No, in the file, in the diagram.json file. Right click in the diagram.json file. Yeah, open with.
This.
Open with
Okay. Open it.
text editor. Choose text editor.
Okay.
Now go to the Walkie website, create a simple diagram and paste the diagram.json. You create the diagram manually and then first create the diagram.
Okay.
Connect two LEDs to the pin 12 and 13.
Okay. Let me connect my mouse.
Yeah, now copy the diagram.json and paste it. Save. And now do PIO run. Run. So now you can press Control Shift P.
Control Shift E.
P.
Okay. E.
There type Walkie. Start simulation. Select the start simulation. Select the start simulation.
Yes. Select the
Yeah.
start series. This.
Click there. You have to get the license first. Open. Yeah. So I have to sign in. To get the license. Okay. Now go to the VS Code. Close. Done. Done.
Open.
Open.
Okay. Okay.
So now the license has been set up. Now try the simulation. Yes. Okay. Now you can
Okay.
see the simulation. Right?
Yes.
So is everyone, do you have any doubts in the process? Okay, so try out this installing this platform IO. So if you have any doubts, you can post them in the discourse. You can tag me. If you have any issues while installing, you can put with the command that you tried and what is the output coming from the command in the discourse. Okay, so I think this is fine for today. You can practice some basic programming exercises from the Arduino website. Go to the Arduino docs and you will see certain functions. So can you open Arduino docs? Simply type that.
In Google Chrome.
Uh, yeah. So there in the language reference to programming, go to this programming part. The language reference part is also there, right? So if you see the language reference, the different functions that are used in the thing will be there. So if you choose any one of the function, uh, choose click any one of the function,
Okay. This.
and you can see what is how you can use that function. And example code using that function. So you can try out these things and also the other tutorials and examples of the Arduino website to get a basic idea of how different functions works and what are the different things that are there. Okay, so you can either use Walkme or this offline setup that you have done now to experiment on this course. Walkme also have certain set of examples that you can try out with that you can find in the Walkme docs. Go to the Walkme docs is there, right? In the Walkme itself, in the top panel there is docs. Uh, so there you go to this diagram reference is there, right? Yeah. So these are the different parts that you have. Scroll down, uh, select any one of the good looking part, some simple part maybe. Yeah, something like this. So if you click on anything, you can see how that particular part works, and there are certain examples using that parts. So you can find that kind of examples. Right? There will be some examples using this also. So try out some of these examples to get an idea of different parts, different functions, things like that. Okay. So any doubts? Anyone? Anyone? Do you have any doubts? Okay. I think if there are no doubts, we can end with this session. Uh, Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.